Put a little bit of the rub, nigga, I gotta be safe.
Let's get to sports talk.
In your case, you're defending Colin Kaepernick now. In my case, I've defended Colin Kaepernick on numerous occasions throughout the years. I'm talking about the Mike Wilbons, the James Browns, and everybody in between. Black folks all over the country, all in the media, everybody speaking up on behalf of Colin Kaepernick. But Colin Kaepernick, you're the one person that don't have anything to say. You step aside while brothers and sisters who know that you were right to want to address police brutality, who know that you were right to want to address racial oppression, who know that you were right when you say that you didn't deserve to be blackballed and you didn't deserve to have your cause politicized. All of us are fighting on behalf of you, but you are the one that won't speak up for yourself. Do you have a problem with that?
Well, I think the thing is, in the black community, like I said, I'm in the streets. I hear what's going on.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
The thing is I think, Stephen A., you have a platform. It's okay to disagree, but it was the way you were going about it. It was almost like you were attacking him. And I think the thing with Colin Kaepernick and the way that things shifted right at the doorstep of this workout is just the transparency. You alluded to the document. As that related, I mean, as I was referring to it with the document, the waiver, again, like I said, when you insert language into something that's not standard, then obviously you have to take time to review those documents. And like I said, they weren't given adequate time to do that. And so to now insert that and then think that he was going to sign it right at the door-front, then that's not fair. You giving him, if you're going to give him a fair workout, then give him a fair workout. He was allowed no media access. They were trying to dictate who his receivers were.
I have to stop you there. I am on the air right now listening to a Hall of Famer who I believe has had a multitude of opportunities to highlight unfairness that has been exacted from him. Did that stop you from accepting the challenge, knowing that you were walking into situations that were flagrantly unfair, that you were operating behind the 8-ball, at a disadvantage, courtesy of a system and an entity that obviously had a lot of power and...
Like, you can't get on Kaepernick for not speaking up. When you got an NFL that's blackballing you and not allowing you get back in the league because you kneel, it ain't his fault they ain't letting her back in the league. Him speaking up, what's gonna make a difference? They still gonna tell the owners not getting him a job. Him speaking up wasn't gonna give him an opportunity. Look at now that he's trying to get back in the league. Teams say they interested in him, but they ain't even give him an opportunity still. They said they would try to give him a chance, but they ain't nobody give him a contract to get on the team right now. Him speaking up wasn't gonna make no difference.
Influence to compromise whatever your aspirations were. You do it, I do it. There are people that sit up there. You ain't the only one that accused me of attacking him. I would ask you to recall what I said. What I said is that I have been supporting this man. What I didn't support was you sending, not you, meaning him, sending the message that everything has to be ideal and everything has to be fair in order for me to embrace the challenge to acquire what I have been behind the scenes through my camp telling everybody I want. If you don't want to work out, that's fine. If you think it's unfair and you want, and I know Max, you want to get in, I'm going to bring you in. And you don't think it's fair, that's fine. And you want to get your lawyer, and your lawyer wants to stand up there and say this.
It don't matter how you go about it. If he don't say nothing, but you had a platform to back him up, Stephen A. That's the point TL trying to make. You had a platform to speak for him and be there with him. Be on his side, not against him because he don't speak up. when his teammate Eric Reed got the opportunity in Carolina, he kept on speaking up for him. And you can do the same thing with your platform.
Waiver is an issue. We're ready to work out, but not until they alter this waiver, etc. That's different. But to not do the workout, to change locations, and then to go and give a speech to the media without taking any questions, any inquiry as to what's really going on, you are leaving others to surmise what the hell happened.
Can I answer that real quick?
Fair.
Tio, do you mind if I jump in, Tio?
Yes, before you do that, but
go ahead.
What I wanted is transparency, Stephen A. And that's like I've done it. I've had incidents throughout the course of my career, and then there have been times where I've gone into interviews where I've done an hour and a half, 2 hours of an interview, and then they break down and they edit, and then you guys get on the show, and there's a panel of people, and then they break down whatever clips that they show. They're not showing the entire hour and a half or 2 hours of that.
They not showing all of it. They will edit some stuff out to make it look like it's not what it is. They don't tell you the whole truth. Then people get on these talk shows and run with it instead of knowing what's the background, what's really going on. This man had been trying to get back in the league for numbers of years. And they not allow him back in there. When he had friends, so-called on these shows, y'all had a platform to be there and help him out. They ain't doing nothing but blackball this man. And he been trying his hardest to give a chance. You know how many teams that have injured quarterbacks and that could get him a job, but they don't want to.
Of that interview that I've done. So what he wanted was transparency for people to see the full workout, to see the full Colin Kaepernick. Again, you mentioned obviously Max is going to get in here, and like I said, I'm in the streets. Max almost seems blacker than you, Stephen A. with what he's coming, with his commentary.
With all due respect, my brother.
I'm just saying, dog.
Wait a minute. Wait to finish.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna check you right now. You don't cross the line.
I'm just saying.
Tell me. Wait a minute. You don't cross the line. First of all, like I said, you, Colin Kaepernick, Eric Reed, any of y'all that want to debate me in front of black people and talk about what's best for black people, name the time and place, I'll show up. I don't want to hear, what's the definition of blackness? Is there a definitive definition of blackness? Why are you giving the impression that because I don't march lockstep with every single thing that...
Could it seem like you turning your back on it? That's the point T.O. trying to make. It don't matter what these people say. Only thing T.O. trying to say is, it seems like you ain't trying to ride with him. You had the opportunity just to speak for him. I get it, you say you take it up for him. Stick by him. That's why he ain't really saying too much, because he probably behind the scenes is speaking. He just ain't gonna speak nationwide. He probably behind closed doors speaking about it. And that's what Ed Reed and T.O. trying to say. It seems like you turning your back on it. When you have this platform, you can help this man out. This man probably behind the scenes speaking number of occasions that we don't know about. Everyone don't have to speak on national TV to get their point across. That's all they just said. It seems like you turning your back on it.
Colin Kaepernick wants. Okay, excuse me. Hold on.
I'm not agreeing. Wait a minute. I'm not agreeing with everything that Colin Kaepernick has done.
I'm not saying that, but you said. But you just sat up there and used an expression, more blacker. Excuse me. I'm from Hollis, Queens, New York City. You ain't the only brother out there that's in the streets. I'm in the streets every day. So let's be very clear. And you damn well know that's the truth. And so my point to you is this. Again, I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm not going to go that route. But based on just what you just said, this is supposedly Stephen A. and T.O. going at one another. Did you know that I invited Colin Kaepernick to give him this platform for the entire 2 hours? I said, you can edit the damn show. You can have it live. We can talk whatever you want to talk. The floor is yours.
That's what I just said. Everyone don't have to always go on national TV and speak. You could do that for him. Closed doors, he probably taking care of business, speaking to these NFL people how he feel and what he want to do. He want to get back in the league. He probably a different type of guy that like to do everything behind closed door. But you have the platform to do it for him. Everyone who had to always do it on national TV. You don't need it, but at the same time, you always on air. You just continuously saying, just give him a shot.
I also gave that invitation to Eric Reed. I know people at other networks that has given Colin Kaepernick that same thing. They disagreed with him to some degree. Are you questioning their blackness too? Come on, man. There's certain things that's crossing the line.
Dude, you're taking it as disrespect. There's no disrespect.
There's no disrespect to that?
No, dude. It's tongue in cheek, but at the same time, like I said, I'm in the streets. Like I said, I hear what's going on. And as I said, you don't have to agree. I don't totally agree with some of the things that as I texted you the other day. He could have articulated or expressed his thoughts better than he did in the interview.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN